because now
So what you see in front of
we're
you,
fast
your
again.
textbook, your maths, and
4 to the power 2 is the
this
next
is your
one.
ticket to varsity.
3
I want to
to the power 3 is the next one. Okay?
Quadratic number pattern 4P11Q22 has a constant second difference of 1. We all know what a quadratic sequence is, right? Or quadratic pattern is one with a constant second difference. So this constant second difference is given as 1. All right. Then the first question says, show that P is equal to 7 and Q is equal to 16. Show that this P here is equal to 7 and this one is equal to the Q 16. All right. So we're going to do that just now. Look at this. 4.1. Let's write down the pattern as is. So we have it as 4 P 11 Q 22 and so on. All right. So now they're asking us to prove that P is equal to 7 and Q is equal to 16. So let us work towards the constant second difference. Okay. So we're going to go the next number minus the previous number. So it's 4 minus P. Okay. Then let's work on this one. The next number minus the previous number. So that is 11 minus P. So in this case, remember, you can't say this P minus 4 is equal to 11 minus P because it is not a linear sequence, but a quadratic sequence. Okay. So we go again. The next number minus the previous number. Q minus 11. Then we go again. The next number minus the previous number. All right. So we are working towards the constant second difference. Okay. So now we go again. We're going to go now the next number minus the previous number. Let's just do it on the side. 11 minus P minus this whole thing. Remember, you must put it in brackets for 50. Please don't make that mistake. Please don't make that mistake. Put it in brackets so that the minus affects both the P and the minus 4. Otherwise, if you go, I'll repeat, otherwise if you go this, you're essentially saying that this minus does not affect the minus 4 as well, which is a criminal offense. Okay, so please always be careful every time there's a minus. Yeah, so we just quickly solve this thing on the side. We have 11 minus P. The minus times the P gives us minus P. The minus times the minus 4 gives us positive 4. Yeah, so we have minus P gives minus 2P. We have 11, that is positive 11. When there's nothing in front of it, it is a positive. So we got positive 11 plus positive 4 gives us positive 15. Yeah, so this is what we have there. Minus 2P plus 15. Okay. Are we all together, class? Chilled. So we do the same thing here. We go the next number minus the previous number. So we're going to go Q minus 11 minus 11 minus P, right? Let's do it on the side just so we have a neat neat work there going on. So we're going to go Q minus 11 minus this whole thing, 11 minus P. Remember, the minus affects both the 11 and the minus P, yeah? So let's work this thing out. We go the minus times the positive 11 gives us minus 11 again. Then the minus again times the negative P gives us positive P. So we then have Q plus P. Then minus 11 gives us how much? Minus 22 again. So that means here we have Q plus P minus 22. Okay. Now, remember that this is a what is it? This sequence or pattern is a quadratic pattern or sequence. So, and a quadratic pattern or sequence is a constant second difference. So they tell us that the constant difference is positive 1 then. So that means this part over here, this thing is equal to 1. Right? It also means that this thing, Q plus P minus 22 is also equal to 1. So now we can solve these two equations simultaneously to find the values of P and Q. So this one is pretty obvious. This one is pretty obvious because now we can solve for P here, right? So the first thing you do, we take the 15 to the other side, it becomes a negative. Okay, right? Then on the left hand side we have minus 2p. On the right hand side we have what is 1 minus negative 15? Negative 14.
Negative 14.
Okay, so we're looking for a p and not minus 2p. So we're going to divide by minus 2 so that it cancels that. What we do on the left, so say mathematicians will also do on the right. So we're also going to divide the right hand side with a minus 2. This will give us an answer of 7. As I mentioned there, that the value of p should be positive 7. So now that we have the value of p, we can go to the second equation. I told you we're basically solving simultaneous equations. We're basically going to substitute our 7 there and solve for q. Yeah. So our q is what we're looking for. Our p, we found it, is 7 minus 22 is equal to 1. Right? We take everything to the, or rather, you can just solve this one first. What is 7 minus 22? Negative 15, yeah, is equal to 1. Now you take the 15 to the other side, you have q is equal to, when it goes to the other side, it moves from being negative to positive. So therefore, your q will be equal to 16. As mentioned